going on, Bulls fans? Welcome into the Bulls Report. I'll be your host for today's show, Patrick Siepman. And coming up, the Bulls made 2 roster moves early on this morning, so we'll be breaking down that. And then also on the tail half of today's show, trade for the Knicks Center, Mitchell Robinson. Should Chicago target him this offseason? We'll be breaking that down as well. But before we dive into it, with 6 games remaining on the schedule for Chicago, I want you guys to predict the Bulls' record over the last 6 games for me. They got the Knicks 3 times out of the last 6, so that's going to be an interesting matchup with former head coach Tom Thibodeau. But you also got the Magic, and then you got should be 2 easy wins versus the Pistons and Wizards. However, Detroit has already beat us twice this season. But let me know down below in the comments. Predict the Bulls' record over the last 6 games. All right, so Woj tweeted this out early on this morning that the Bulls are signing Javonte Green for the rest of the season. Obviously, we all know that Javonte Green was signed to a 10-day about, I think it was 8 days ago now. So he's going to be on the Bulls for the rest of the season. And now with Javonte Green coming on board, they did have to waive Bulls legend Terry Taylor, who I was a big fan of his game, man. You know, he had to step in there with the injuries to Patrick Williams, and I always thought he played really, really hard. But honestly, I like the addition of Javonte Green a whole lot more. But in the 3 games that he's already played with Chicago this season, you know, the stats aren't going to blow you away. Only averaging 5 points, 3.7 rebounds a night. But what the stats don't show is what he does on the defensive side of the floor. He's an absolute menace. He's a great point of attack defender, and we've already seen that in the couple of games he's played with Chicago. And also, he's knocking down the 3-point ball at 60% so far on the season. If he can keep that up, I think he's going to find more and more minutes in Billy Donovan's rotation. And, you know, his style of play, I just think it just translates to winning because he's always diving on the floor for loose balls. He's always making that extra pass on offense. And I don't think he needs to, you know, go be a 10 to 12 point a game guy. He just needs to be that connecting piece on the offensive side of the floor, and that's what he has brought to Chicago. And then when it is late in the shot clock, when DeMar DeRozan gets doubled, Kobe White gets doubled, and he just needs to be there for a simple catch-and-shoot 3 with 3 left on the shot clock, he's already shown that ability to knock it down, and you're not asking him to do much. Just come in, 20 minutes a night, go guard the other team's best guard, and just be that connector on offense. Overall, I love the move of Javonte Green, bringing him on for the rest of the season. And if you're looking at potential play-in matchups, if you get the Atlanta Hawks or then you get the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Haliburton, DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, you're going to need more guard defenders, and that's what Javonte Green brings to the Bulls. So let's show him some love early here on today's show. Type those 24s, type his jersey number down in the comments section because Javonte Green is back for the rest of the season with Chicago. I can't wait to see what he's going to do the rest of the way. But coming up next here on the channel, we're going to be talking about trading for Mitchell Robinson this summer. Does it make sense for Chicago? Could the Knicks be looking to move him as well? We'll break that down here in a second, but I got to tell you guys about today's sponsor, and that is Factor. If you guys head to factormeals.com/BullsChat50 and use code BullsChat50, we'll hook you guys up with 50% off. What is Factor Meals? They are 2-minute meals that help you fuel up fast with restaurant-quality meals that are ready to heat and eat whenever you are. Pancakes, smoothies, and more. Discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast, midday bites, and more. No prep, no mess meals. Factor meals are ready to heat and eat, so there's no prepping, cooking, or clean up needed. And also, I love it's flexible for your schedule. You can get as much or as little as you need by choosing your meals every week. Plus, you can pause or reschedule your deliveries at any time. Factor is the perfect solution if you're looking for fast, premium options with no cooking required. I personally love that because working a busy lifestyle here, working for Chat Sports, Factor offers a great solution. So sign up and save today. We've done the math. Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. Head to factormeals.com/BullsChat50 and use code BullsChat50 to get 50% off. That's code BullsChat50 at factormeals.com/BullsChat50 to get 50% off. I'll put that link for you guys in the comments section and description of today's show. Make sure you check it out. I absolutely love it, and I promise you will too. So let's break it down. Should the Bulls target Knicks center Mitchell Robinson this summer? With obviously the Bulls going to have a need at that position, could he be the answer for Chicago? Now, first off, the Knicks will most likely will have to make a decision between either Isaiah Hartenstein or Mitchell Robinson. And with the way Hartenstein has played this season, my gut is telling me that New York is going to probably want to keep him instead of Mitch Rob because he's been fantastic. You know, Mitchell Robinson was missing most of this season due to the injury, and Hartenstein had to step in his place, and he's been absolutely great for them. You know, Tom Thibodeau's raved about his performance, calling him the backbone of the defense of New York, and, you know, averaging 7.5 points, 8.3 rebounds, you know, a block and a steal a game, and then also the efficiency, 63.6% from the field. He's got that great touch shot. He's got a post hook. He's got a ton of moves in his arsenal, and he's been playing great in only 27 minutes per game this season. Now, I know we may be saying, well, if the Bulls are going to bring in Mitchell Robinson, we're probably going to have to move off Nikola Vucevic. And I agree. But could this be a potential 3-team trade where the Bulls send Nikola Vucevic to a third team, the Knicks send Mitchell Robinson to Chicago, and then the Bulls also send a first-round pick to New York? Well, Bleacher Report was breaking it down in an article that they dropped a couple days ago, and they agreed with my thoughts. They said a straight-up swap with Vucevic for Robinson wouldn't do much for the Knickerbockers. But a 3-team deal that sends Vucevic elsewhere and delivers assets to New York, probably including at least one first-round pick, could work. And there is no doubt Mitchell Robinson would be a massive upgrade for the Bulls over Nikola Vucevic, who has just been terrible over the past couple of games. You know, he's shooting the 3 ball at a high volume, and he's only shooting 29% from downtown this season. I feel like he just too consistently goes to the pick-and-pop game instead of getting in the lane, where I think he is very good because he's great at making decisions. You know, when he has a double team on him, he's been able to kick it out to the wing and make that right read. But when he just kind of settles for the 3-point jumper, he is really just a negative for the Bulls team overall. And Mitchell Robinson, even though he has missed a good amount of the season due to injury, when he's been in there, he's been great. And I think he's the best offensive rebounder in the entire NBA. And, you know, when you have a guy like that who can buy you extra possessions, get you more shots, I just think it's an incredible upgrade over a guy like Vooch, who frankly doesn't do any of that. And plus, Mitchell Robinson is also one of the best defenders in the league at protecting the rim. Obviously, we do know Vooch is terrible at protecting the rim. That's why he gets picked on so much when other opposing teams are looking to, you know, attack the Bulls' defense. But he's been great this season. And I would trade this year's first for him. And I know maybe saying, you know, why would you want to move off, you know, a pick that could be in the lottery this year? I just think with the combination of, you know, the NBA draft not being as good as it has been in years past, and with the Bulls just having a true need to add some more size, add some more physicality to this group, I think Mitchell Robinson would absolutely be, you know, great for that, you know, spot of the Bulls roster. But Bleacher Report also wrote this out, talking about his game, and he said Robinson possesses the kind of hops you almost never see in a 7-footer, and he routinely puts it to good use as a shot blocker, glass cleaner, and above the rim finisher. And he would add so much size to this Bulls unit because, you know, Nikola Vucevic, he does come in at 6'11", but he doesn't play 6'11". Mitchell Robinson, he plays big, he plays physical, and I think with what he would bring, it would help elevate guys like Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu. As they're coming off pick and rolls, they can throw that lob over to the top to the lob threat of Mitch Rob. I just think it would be a great upgrade for Chicago, and I would be willing to move off a future first-round pick. But maybe you guys disagree with me. Let me know down in the comments section. Would you trade for Mitchell Robinson? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Let me know your thoughts down below. I will be typing my Y for yeses, no doubt about it. Now, if we do get any more updates around maybe the Bulls making more roster moves, whether it's Javonte Green or maybe, you know, they sign another guy for the end of the season, we'll have a video for you guys ASAP. So hit that sub button and lock us in.